Hello and welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ballard correspondent Cedric Fenn. On this month's show, we revisit some of the more interesting students and programs we featured during the past school year. Let's start by looking back at the first day of school. There were tears, smiles, hugs, and laughter, and that was just from the kindergarten parents.
We're excited. We know we have 250 scholars arriving this morning. We're looking forward. We have a fun day planned for them. We're kicking off Camp Robert Frost. They're going to learn about who Robert Frost is. They're going to learn the expectations on what it takes to be a successful scholar here at the Academy. We got a DJ here in the gym to pump them up this morning because we want to send a message that school is cool and it's okay to be excited about learning.
Good morning, sweetie. Good morning. What's your name, sir? Nice to meet you, Josie. Good morning.
All right, are you ready for the first day of school? Yeah. Come on, are you ready? Yeah. All right. First day of school.
We're at Frost Middle School, and they just opened it to only sixth grade school.
The goal this year is to increase student achievement. We have lots of momentum, but we know that education is so important to the future of our kids that we need to build on that momentum. Every student deserves a quality education, and we can't rest until every student has that quality education.
Happy first day.
Well, you see a lot of positive energy, and what's really evident is the hard work and preparation that went into being ready for the first day. So you see that in every part of the system, from the bus drivers who practice their routes to the teachers who have the system in place to tag. And plus, I've been already in schools where they're already learning. So we're right in the morning and we're already learning.
I'm excited what I'm about to learn today.
I'm ready to learn new things with her and teach her new things, and it's exciting.
And I share the classroom that I teach in now was my kindergarten classroom when I came here. So I've been with JCPS now for 20 years.
Good. All right, we got a lot planned for you.
I'm starting kindergarten.
Just seeing all the kids being away for the summer break and just seeing their smiling faces is just exciting, and just knowing that they're excited to be back and to see us is just a great feeling.
Good morning, guys. Stop there.
Some of our kids come to school with barriers that keep them from learning. Teachers and administrators do all they can to provide students with what they need to focus on achieving. Students at No Middle School who need a little extra help have found comfort in a four-legged therapist.
Hi, I'm Lesley Nord, and this is Bella. She is actually Bella Marie Nord, and she's a 7-year-old Newfoundland. She is a therapy dog that works here at No Middle School.
She's basically, well, she looks like a big old cub to me. Baby bear cub. She's big and she's black, and she's so sweet, like she doesn't even bark.
Therapy dogs reduce the pressure for students. They can take the focus away from an individual student when they're feeling nervous. They ask her to be petted. We sit next to them when they're reading and help prompt with students who have a reading difficulty.
The next thing I need for you to do is put the white cap back on and kind of like swirl it gently so that all of that stuff gets mixed up.
We'll be walking through the room, answering questions, working with the kids, making sure they keep their goggles on. If one of them gets stuck, raises their hand, we'll go over and meet with them and see what they need to be doing.
Well, she makes us feel better because, like, she's the best thing. Like, if we need help with our work and we don't know what to do and we feel alone, she brings Bella over and we feel joyful.
Which kind of goes with question number 6. Is there heat released in this reaction?
I'm a retired teacher, and I had been at 21 years ago. And I know it's one of the schools that has a need.
Pour the whole thing of yeast into the blue. I want you to touch the foam again, though. And I want you to notice what temperature it feels.
To me, Bella, she helps people that when they get mad, they can pet her because she is very soft, and she calms them down. And sometimes Bella can help you with your work, because when she'll come by you, you can pet her and it'll make you think harder.
One of the best things I've learned is that I don't have to do a whole lot. They will open up best by just sitting and talking to my silly girl here. They will sit and tell Bella things that I would never expect. So simply by saying, would you like to talk to Bella or pet Bella, they'll instantly begin with a number of things. And then from there, I'll say, what would you think you'd like to solve? And they'll come up with some pretty good solutions on their own.
When she walks around the classroom, like some kids, they don't want to do their work and all that stuff. And then like Bella would come and then they would pet Bella, and then like she's a magic dog, because they would end up being happy and then they would do their work and all that.
Can I get a hug, Bella?
Bella and I just have fun. We really have a good time and we get to give something back.
Ballard High School students got into the giving spirit, offering one of the most precious gifts of all. Correspondent Jenny Clark shows us how.
Students and staff at Ballard High School understand the life-saving importance of donating blood. That is why our fall drive was such a success. Students began signing in early, ready to roll up their sleeves and donate blood. Ballard has been involved with the American Red Cross's visit to the school for many years. There is even a student blood drive committee. Anne, who is a senior, donated blood. She explains the importance of giving.
The blood drive is really important because it's how people can donate blood during school. And it's really important to give blood because it's critical need in the world. It goes to patients, and like last year we had over 250 units of blood donated, and that can go and save like 350 patients.
Emma, who's also a senior, is a blood donor. She has been on the committee 2 years.
We help a lot with the people who are donating blood, as in if they're not feeling well, we give them snacks and refreshments. We help them if they're a little bit nervous to kind of calm them a little bit and that sort of thing.
115 units were collected in the fall blood drive. According to the Red Cross, Ballard is one of the top schools in the area for the number of blood collections. I'm Ballard correspondent Julie Clark for Our Kids.
We have a lot more stories about our kids coming up. Stay with us.
Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information. The portal is your online link to information about your child's grades, test scores, attendance, career choices, and much, much more. It's a fast and easy way to stay on top of what your child is doing in school. If your child's teacher has set up a virtual classroom, you can log on to JCPS online and access grades for class assignments or communicate directly with teachers. The Parent Portal offers a convenient way you can stay involved in your child's education.
Welcome back to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm PRP correspondent Alicia Coyle. JCPS has long been a state and national leader in promoting healthy choices for our students. One sign is the sprouting of more and more school gardens. Recently, Kentucky's First Lady Jane Beshear designated Hartstern Elementary as having a Commonwealth garden. It's a significant honor for a group of staff members and community partners who had a vision for instruction that inspires.
We want everyone that sees this school, this sign, these students, this community to know how much we support what you're doing. So we want this to go on your sign. This is a Commonwealth garden.
Commonwealth garden!
This is a celebration of the work that started probably back last fall when we, Mrs. Lockyer and I, who was our arts and humanities teacher, knew we had these 3 raised beds out here that just were not being used, and it just was within us that we wanted to make something of this beautiful property that we have.
And some of the seeds are from Abraham Lincoln's garden.
All right. They've used it for artwork, they've used it for math, they've used it for science. With the next generation science standards, it has fit perfectly for the work that the students have done.
I think it's important to have a garden in the school so we could observe.
Yes, right. It's not eatable corn, it's decorative. what this is corn, this is corn. It shows it's healthy by like, see if it's going down, straight down and ripping the ground. I just think it's healthy because it's grown very tall.
We have peas, pumpkins. We have corn, squash.
I thought it would be cool that our school could have like somewhere you don't have to go to a field trip just to see nature. You could just stand here and see how nature is already, like how stuff decomposes and brings soil back to the ground.
Our parent support has been amazing. We've had a couple of work days where they've shown up, moved things, dug up things, planted things. It's just been a community project that has just blossomed, so to speak, into something huge. And the kids and the staff have buy-in, and that's so important.
The roots grow in the bottom, and they provide the nutrients in the top of the plant. And then what's this plant going to make?
Blueberries.
Blueberries. So, like, can we make, like, say, blueberry pie?
Yeah.
Blueberry muffins?
Yeah.
The ESL Newcomer Academy's goal is to welcome and engage students who have recently moved to the United States. The school has found a way to engage our English as a second language students with the international love of soccer by partnering with the YMCA.
All right, guys. This is the third year of the program that we've collaborated with the YMCA Newcomer program.
What do you think it is?
This is a JCPS school, but the students previously did not have much opportunity to really stay after school, be engaged in sports or clubs or anything like that.
And it's been a really awesome experience. It gives our children a chance to have extracurricular experiences that they weren't getting before.
Now you try number 3.
My name is Abdi. I'm from Somalia. My name is Ahmed Aden Ahmed. I was born in Ethiopia.
My name is Aimee. I was born in Burundi.
So our students, when they come to us, they are identified as beginning level language learners or English learners.
Number 11 this time.
They're coming to us just starting with English, and it's too much to just transition them directly to a regular school with a little bit of support because they're just learning English.
If you ask the kids what the purpose of the program is, they'll of course say it is to play soccer. But you know, on our end, it's including them in the after school just kind of culture to make them feel like students, American students in Jefferson County Public Schools, just like everyone else.
Soccer is my favorite, thing that I like. So.
Soccer isn't new to them. They've played soccer all their lives. It's not that they didn't have friends, they didn't hang out with friends in their home countries, but we're giving them something that they might not have access to otherwise, which is to compete on a sports team with a coach, have actual practices.
My favorite, thing is soccer, and that's why I'm staying in here. And I like, more experience about how to do homework.
This will be 7. Right, 7.
We work together, like 6 students per table, and then like 3 teachers. They work, they help us, and then we discuss together.
You have to solve for X, okay?
A huge part of the program is that they get to socialize, which, a lot of the kids might live in places or have difficulty finding transportation or just not feel that they're being engaged in their communities. So it also, on a social level, just provides them the opportunity to have fun, talk to friends. Especially during the sports portions of it, is practicing English. That's one of the quickest ways in which they're able to learn how to communicate with each other is through sports.
You can imagine how traumatic it is just for a teenager to move to the other side of the town into a new neighborhood. Well, here these kids have left grandma and best friends and have moved here, and their culture and everything they kind of know about how to get by, and then they have to acclimate to something new. So having, as I said, just extra support programs, not just playing soccer, but the whole camaraderie that goes with it and the friendships they develop.
I come here without friends, I am new and other people are new. You don't speak the same language. It is not very easy to find a friend, but when we start learning English, you can speak with her, and that's how you can be the friends.
Recently, I had the chance to take a trip on a floating classroom where educators are dedicated to bringing awareness of the importance of our waterways with the program Living Lands and Waters.
We started this organization 17 years ago. A simple mission, that was to help clean up the Mississippi River.
And we end up getting out volunteers as well as ourselves to go to the shores and actually clean up all the garbage that you see laying on the sides.
23 rivers, 20 states, and we've had over 70,000 volunteers like yourselves come out and help us out. I'm gonna tell you what, we've made a real difference.
Like, we got a mattress out of the river and like a lot of different things, so.
We found more trash than I've ever found on cleanup.
Tilt it back and forth like this, okay?
So the second part of our mission is to educate people about the reasons why it needs to change, what the importance of the river. So we do the educational workshops out here on the barge. We bring high school students, and we also bring educators to teach their students.
Oil, okay? So over time it can leach in toxins in your body, some of these plastics.
What I hope they experience from the classroom experience on the barge is that we are on the river. We take river water and we are actually experimenting with it. We're doing water testing with it, and we actually see the results that day, right then, right there, and the explanation is there.
The importance of the river, watershed models, we do water testing.
Show that it's really important how the river is our life and how we need it in every way, shape, and form, and without it we'd be dead.
Like, we learned about dissolved oxygen, and like the higher the levels of dissolved oxygen, the easier it is for like wildlife and plants to live in there.
And we end up hopefully leaving with the message of that, you know, this doesn't have to be like this, and there's a way that we can fix it, and it's all about being proactive.
It'd be nice if we just walked that extra 5 steps and threw it away.
Don't go away. We've got a lot more stories about our kids coming up.
Both my parents have diabetes. Students really think that they are sort of invincible right now, and it's something that they'll think about in the future. I think that it's the actions and the decisions that we make right now that will really help us in the future, and that will determine whether we get diabetes or not. Hey kids, get out there, live a great life, but at the same time get to know the risk factors for diabetes and live a healthy lifestyle.
Do you need help providing school clothes for your child? The 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program can help provide uniforms and other clothing. Make an appointment with the Family Youth Resource Center at your child's school. Donations of new and gently used uniforms and clothing are also accepted. Call 485-7062 or 485-7450 for more information.
Welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Fern Creek correspondent Dana Turner. Olmsted Academy South is already unique as it is the only public all-girl middle school in our area. The school prides itself on finding unique ways to learn as well. Saddle up as we take you on an engaging learning experience.
See, you're taking him to you. Did you just ask him to come, didn't you? Yeah, so stay right here and stand right on this side of him. The Olmsted Academy is part of our Equestrian Club program. We offer an after-school program. The children can come out and take a field trip or have a club meeting out here at the horse stable and actually get some hands-on time with the horses.
Our Equestrian Club works on learning how to take care of horses, groom horses, tack horses, lead horses safely, properly, and it's also a great way for the girls to build confidence and self-esteem while working with horses.
You want to, the way the floor is laid out, you want to brush it out that way.
But you'll come to find out that the kids, at first won't want to get off the bus, and they'll be a little nervous, and they'll kind of walk in, and even the cats will look at them a little funny, and they get a little nervous, but they will get to where they kind of think of those horses as their friends, and really look forward to coming out here.
I want to be part of the Equestrian Club because I love horses and I love to clean them.
Here, and he has licked me, I will promise you, he has licked me. Good, and put this hand right here.
To work with a horse, a large animal, you have to show some assertiveness and confidence as you enter into a stall or you're leading the horse. But at the same time, you still have to have a little bit of gentleness. So it's finding a good balance for these girls who are kind of at an age where they're learning who they are so they can build confidence, but at the same time a gentleness.
They can learn to brush and lead the horses, learn how to control them.
It's so important to groom them because maybe they need it and they got so much dirt on them and their hair needs to be brushed half of the time.
And then we're going to ask him to stop and we're going to say, whoa, and pull back. And we talked about safety and being around the horses, and they actually learned how to groom the horses and properly care for them every day. They used a curry comb and brushes.
Because it helps like clean them and get them to where you can check to make sure they're like in cuts, and it helps get them clean.
In school, it can build their self-esteem to further themselves in the classroom as far as speaking out, asking questions.
This is a curry comb.
And what does that do?
It brings up the dirt.
They're going to also get to a little practice with their grooming, because that's something that you need to do every day with your horse. They're also going to learn about hoof care, the horse's feet. That's very important with the care of your horse.
Their foot at the bottom, their ankle's right here, and then it's their fingernail. And when you go down to get the foot and like do the thingy, you say foot, and it gives you the foot, and then you can press hard.
Now the other big part right here is this frog. So that's that triangle bit. Right there, it's really spongy. When we do the hoof picking, we really don't want to dig on there.
They're going to learn how to lead the horses. And it's going to be a big deal, because I bet a lot of these kids may not even have a dog at their house, but they're going to learn how to control a 1,000-pound animal today, how to make him stop and start and kind of go the way you want to go.
When you walk it, you just gotta make sure that you hold it right. We're grooming the horse, but you have to try and tell him that you're still here so he can feel protected.
Sometimes you're out of control. Things are, especially middle schoolers, stress in your life. Your life can be a little out of control, but then when you can make that horse stop and start and make him kind of listen to you, that can be a really great thing for the kids.
If you're a parent, you know kids can be pretty picky when it comes to food. JCPS Community and Nutrition Services Department is charged with feeding tens of thousands of children every day. They know it has to be healthy, but it also has to be tasty. Cameron middle schoolers recently took the time to give critiques about proposed food items served in the cafeteria.
Just so you know, we have a Mexican fiesta day today. So I hope you how many of you like Mexican food? These guys are our Student Nutrition Advisory Council. We call them SNAC for short, SNAC. So they are our taste testers.
Students who taste test products that the food service department is considering for the school lunch menu.
Let us know your true, honest opinions about what's on the menu, because we do take stuff off.
Look on your sheet and find the item pepper jack enchilada.
The form is very laid out to get specifics. How does it look? How does it taste? How does it feel in your mouth? And then they have a category of whether it's very good, fair, not good, and they have a place where they can put comments about it.
I think it's pretty good.
They can give suggestions on it was too tough, or it was kind of mushy in my mouth, whatever.
It feels like crunchy, and when you bite into it, you can feel like the cheese and all the stuff mixed into it.
I taste the beef, bean, and cheese burrito, and I like it because it's good to me, and I just like burritos.
So it has like too many beans in it. Way too much beans.
If an item is well liked, we'll put it on the menu. If it's not, we will take it off the menu or not put it on at all.
Look at the way it looks, how it smells.
Our district is very diverse. Because it is so big and diverse, it makes it a little difficult because it may be well liked at one school and not at another.
I think it's a very nice thing to help the school see what other foods we can have instead of having just regular other things that we don't get to try.
For texture, I scored wonderful texture. And for smell, I said it smelled good to me. And I said, yes, this should be served at our school.
It allows the students to see that they have a voice about determining the foods that are available through the cafeteria.
It's pretty serious to us because I want to get the right food that, people and myself would like to eat on a daily basis.
Raise your hand if you like the beef and cheese. They are very honest. The kids, which I always tell them, please be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So we get lots of good, valuable feedback. It does surprise a lot of us that if we don't keep offering these things to students, they're never going to get, a chance to try them.
It has to taste good or you're not really going to eat it. So, and kids need to eat their lunch. So, I mean, it's got to taste good, but some other things such as like appearance isn't that important. As long as it tastes good and I guess it's healthy, then I mean, it's okay.
The beans are a little bit spicy. That's probably that red chili sauce.
Yeah. It is very, very important that kids eat. And I go through the cafeteria and I look, and if a kid's not eating, my song I sing to them is, you must eat lunch to feed your brain so you can think in the afternoon. And that's a key thing I constantly remind them. You have to eat lunch so you can feed your brain so you can think in the afternoon.
At JCPS, we work to get students ready for both college and career. And there are a number of hands-on programs that do just that. Correspondent Paige Schuler shows us how students at Southern High School are earning automotive industry certification well before graduation.
At Southern High School, 47 students in the Industrial Technology program have opened doors to careers in the automotive industry by receiving their ASE certification. ASE stands for Automotive Service Excellence. In order for a student to become ASE certified, they must have at least 2 years of training, and they have to pass an ASE certification exam.
Certified in brakes, electrical systems, heating and air conditioning, and suspension and steering.
By receiving any certification, it establishes a student as a professionally skilled worker in the area they excel in. William Croft explains his favorite project.
I would have to say suspension and steering with Mr. Mack. Here, you kind of depend on your partners a little bit, and you kind of don't. But out there in a real shop, you don't have anyone to depend on. It's all you. It's all independent work.
Instructor John Owen elaborates on student certification.
One of my most favorite things is our students receiving their ASE certifications. It's not necessarily a project, it's just for a student to receive an ASE certification, that validates what I do as a teacher. I know the students are getting what I'm teaching, and I know that it makes it valuable to what these students are going to be able to do when they get out of high school.
Southern gains most of their vehicles by donations.
What we're doing on the truck is fixing all the dents. We pulled all the dents, put body filler, and what I'm doing right now is cuffing the whole panel so we can put primer over it.
Even though students work their hardest on every project, that doesn't mean they don't have their favorites.
I like the import cars, like Hondas, Toyotas.
My favorite would probably be VW or something German engineered. Not just because necessarily they're German. They're a lot harder to work on.
47 Southern High School students are now certified in doing what they love and are now behind the wheel controlling their own futures. And for Our Kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Paige Schuler.
Thanks for watching our show. To see the entire episode, you can find it on our JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.